Hey everybody, it's Nonethewiser. Welcome back to my channel and thank you for watching this episode. I basically wanted to come on and discuss a couple of things, but this is basically story time where I just discuss what's been happening over the last week for me. But I wanted to start off with a good note. The jersey that I'm wearing, I found at a thrift store, and I'll talk about a couple of weeks back. My guides had told me that it was my coronation as well as my graduation because I had taken that step in my spiritual journey to move forward, to take that acknowledgement of just being like, yeah, I actually want to move forward now. And so it was a time of like coronation, like a celebration as well. And I kind of bitched to them. I was like, I don't have a graduation gown. I don't have the hat that comes along with graduation. And so one day I actually needed to find, I took up floristry and I bought a bunch of flowers and I made a medicine wheel out of it for that day. And that's when they told me coronation. And I was like, do you mean graduation? And they were like, oh, I mean both, but coronation. And that was what was coming through. I needed like pots and vases, I don't know, whatever Southern Hemisphere accent, I don't know. I needed somewhere to place my plants after the medicine wheel, after I'd done my little, my ritual for that. So outside, I was then told to go to Vinnie's. Vinnie's is like an op shop here in Australia where you can thrift, you can find like used items, household items, as well as clothes. And so they were like, go to Vinnie's. And I was just like, yeah, cool. I'll just get cheap discounted pots and vases, quite like this, to go with. And I was like I was told to go and go into the men's section. And I was like, okay. And they're like, that's where you're going to find your graduation present. And I was like, are you guys sure? Like, they're like, go to the men's section. So feeling apprehensive already, I was like, okay, this isn't creepy at all. Don't mind me, just a little Lyran Starseed minding her business, sifting through this rack. In the women's section, having like a vase in my hand, which was like, I bought a vase for like $5 when normal regular retail, if you go out to the store, would be about $18. So I'd pick that up, but then they were like, go to the men's section. And I was like, oh, hell no. But then, you know, I think that was just my ego being quite fucking annoying. And then they're like, go to the men's section, go to the shirts. And I was just like, yeah, I kind of need shirts anyway, to go and run around for my morning jog. I went to the men's section. It literally only took a minute into like looking through the actual hangers that I found this gem. So here, read this. It says Stellar Star. Not only that, but it's a jersey and it's got my birthday number. So I was born on August 3rd. And like, if it said any number like 77, I would have gotten it. If it said like 66, no problem, I would have gotten that as well. But the fact that my spirit guides were like, go there, go to this specific aisle, we have your graduation present, that was like, this is for me. And it was literally just $6. Like, that is a complete steal. And so I was just such a creep in the men's section, and I was like, yes. So I got my graduation present in the men's section of Vinnie's. Like, it was so divinely guided. So I just want to acknowledge and thank the presence that there's never an absence of for my graduation present. So I love my jersey. I feel like it's my Starseed uniform. And yeah, I'm just really happy to be wearing it during this video right now. It's just something that I love, and just knowing that like, because I took that step, because I took that thought process of letting go, like that first initial step of wanting to just go into the unknown, I got given a graduation present. And so I just want to encourage every one of you to make that step. It's really scary. Let's not sugarcoat that. It is completely terrifying, so nauseating and like mind-boggling, but you've got to do that. Anyway, I've ranted on about this shirt for 5 minutes and about that experience. Anyway, so fast forwarding to yesterday, September 9, I woke up in such a shitty energy. Like, I felt it was quite death funeral energy, and I just felt like I knew it was about the breakup that I'm currently experiencing, or like I'm going through like the breakup process right now. And I knew that it was about that. So I sat with the energy and with my feelings for most of the morning, not knowing that there was a portal, yesterday, which basically a part of it allows the relationships, the old paradigms that we're surrendering back up in the ether, for that to be transmuted and to basically be used in the universe for better, and for us to kind of just make way for things that are for our alignment. So yeah, yesterday morning, like I didn't even know about that portal up until like midday, when I was just like, let me just research why the fuck I be feeling this way, why it feels like death energy, why it feels like it's funeral, like I'm about to like attend someone's funeral. It was also raining in Sydney, which really affected my mood. But then yesterday morning, I was just going through it and like crying on my floor, like Natalie Imbruglia's song Torn. Have you guys ever listened to that? It's really cathartic. It's a really good feel good like breakup song. But yeah, I had double confirmations yesterday that I needed to release and let go of the relationship, that it was time yesterday to let go. And I wanted to talk about the signs that I received, and I think it might be useful to some of you out there who are currently experiencing a breakup, that it's important for you guys to know that you're not alone in this. And it's also very good to kind of have that perspective that you aren't alone in this type of surrendering process, in the releasing process of your journey. But yeah, the first confirmation was, I was crying on the floor, but my Lyrans, the Lyran Council, contacted me yesterday, and they basically contact me through lyrics. I have a very strong affinity with lyrics. I love getting my downloads through them. It's very much easier for me to pick up intuitively what the messages are from my spirit guide. So I got given the song Spice Girls Goodbye, and I'm a 90s baby. I absolutely love the Spice Girls. I think that shit slaps. I know it's like 2020, but I just love a good dance to Wannabe. There's nothing else like it out there. And I just want to reiterate the lyrics to you guys, because it's quite powerful. It says, "Listen, little child, there will come a day when you will be able to say, never mind the pain or the aggravation. You know there's a better way for you and me to be. Look for the rainbow in every storm. Fly like an angel, heaven sent to me. Goodbye, my friend. I know you're gone, you said you're gone, but I can still feel you're here. It's not the end. You gotta keep it strong before the pain turns into fear. So glad we made it. Time will never change it. No. By the time that I got to the chorus, I was on the floor literally crying. I was just purging, cleansing, and releasing the connection between me and my ex-boyfriend, my ex-partner, boyfriend, boyfriend, yeah, my ex-partner. And I was like, okay, so the Lyrans are telling me to let go. So then I pulled out some cards from the Animal Spirit Oracle by Colette Baron Reid, which I absolutely love, and I wanted to share with you a card that fell out. And I'd been receiving this card over the last 3 weeks as well, through like my daily spread. So I would typically ask for about 3 cards a day, just to see what the messages were for me and how to go about my day. And I wanted to share with you Groundhog Spirit, number 31. And how cute is it? It's holding that little love heart, and it's saying, time to let go. So that was the second confirmation of the day for me, that I had to let go of the connection between my ex-partner. And I just felt like, I'm not gonna lie, not gonna sugarcoat it, it was fucking hard. Because when you're doing like the inner work, you're all about like self-care and like focusing on like progress and your innovation. You're not necessarily looking at the emotions, just because, yeah, I've set apart like a time to feel that, but I just didn't have it flare up, which is kind of good. Like, I must say that the progress that I made was really good, in the sense that there weren't really pockets of flare-ups where I would just burst into tears randomly. I just focused a lot on my progress, keeping a diary, journaling and stuff like that, the emotions I felt about letting go of my ex-partner. And yeah, I think now I just wanted to kind of like talk about acknowledging him and acknowledging the greatness that he had in my life, as well as the impact. He is actually such a strong person, and I just wanted to thank him for all of the support, as well as he was the person who I basically opened up to about my abilities, as well as about my spiritual awakening. So he was the first person that I basically opened up to and became vulnerable and raw with. So his purpose in my life was served, and I just wanted to thank his soul, his higher self, and his purpose in my life, as well as acknowledge his strength, because the guy actually just supports his family to no end, to the point that it may actually be costing him his own growth, which I think is a very strong suit to have. So yeah, just wanted to say that little tidbit about the person that I was in love with. So if we're not meant to be together now, that's absolutely fine. I took the time yesterday to surrender and release him. And yeah, it was one of the most painful, epically painful experiences. But you know what? It is about making way and making like space for the new to come in, whatever it means. Yeah, so that's that. And so yesterday it was just about closing that cycle, as well as it being the 9/9 portal. And yeah, so anyway, yesterday, off the bat of releasing and surrendering the connection with my ex-partner, it was brought to my attention that a lot of reptilian activity had been sitting in my bank accounts, as well as blocking my finances. And this confirmation came for me in the form of a conversation that I had with one of the companies that I receive invoices from. So I stopped working like my normal job about a month ago, and I still receive invoices for other activities, and this company had basically not paid me for 2 days, and I was just wondering where this invoice had went. So I called the customer service line yesterday just to inquire, because it had been 2 days, like I said, and I wanted to also know that there wasn't anything from their end that was stopping this, and just to confirm what I had already like suspected. And so I was talking to the customer service rep, and she was just like, from our internal processes, it did say that you sent the invoice, There's no reason why, from our end, why this wasn't processed. And I automatically took that as the sign for an energy block. And she said, by tonight, the money should have processed and it'll be in your account by tomorrow. I already knew that there'd been some reptilian activity sitting in my bank accounts. And this had been going on for about 7 years. And with my focus on like inner work, that I had 7 years worth of this back and forth parasitic energy to kind of address. But yesterday was just the absolute confirmation that was still pretty much occurring, and that let this video basically be a testament that shit stops today. And I want to quote Laurie Ladd, and Laurie Ladd makes a really good point about this, that when an old paradigm, when an old structure, an old container that is keeping you is about to end, that shit, the reptilian brain, as well as the parasites around it that are meant to hold you bound, that shit gets louder and louder, and it absolutely is happening right now. And I wanted to send out this video to like as a testament that they won't actually silence me, and that the fear-based programming that is embedded in my DNA that they're trying to, that's flaring up. And I feel quite inflamed energetically as well as physically and financially too. But that is about to end because I'm no longer allowing that. So moving forward, that shit stops now. And if you guys are currently experiencing that in your life, let me know. Don't be afraid to just acknowledge that, because when you do, there is such a power in that, because you are now manifesting stopping that, the cease of their power. And they absolutely hate that, which is why there's a lot of noise, because that paradigm for them is so, it's about to end. And so yeah, if any of the stories that I've said today really resonates with you guys, please feel free to leave a comment down below about what you're currently experiencing, because I'm sure that this is happening for the collective as well. And I want to see where you guys are at in your journeys, in your spiritual walks, because it'd be pretty interesting. But yeah, I guess if any of the stories that I've told you so far about what's happening with me spiritually resonates with you guys and you're currently experiencing the same, please drop a like, share, and subscribe, and I will catch you on my next episode. I would like to just send you love and abundance. So thank you all for watching. I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.